Hi, hello. Let's get you a message for today. Let's see what's the general vibe of my collective. If this video is finding you, something in here must be for you. I tend to channel quite long messages, quite complex. So if you're into this, stick around and let's find out what's gonna be happening for you, what's going around, what's currently around you. Oh my God, calm down. What's currently around you? What? Okay. Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Six of Cups and the Fool, Five of Cups and the Temperance with the Queen of Swords. And there's a Page of Swords with the Strength looking on the bottom. So it feels like you are finally, with this Two of Pentacles. So there was something that you have been very unsure about. But it feels like the pieces of puzzle are coming together, like with this Three of Pentacles. Maybe you received some sort of information from somebody else. There's some kind of clarity arriving on your path. There's something here that is helping you make decision. That's a big message that I'm kind of picking up. And it might have a lot to do with the Six of Cups energy. So this is some kind of energy that you still feel very nostalgic about. Somebody from your past. What I'm kind of feeling with this. And with this Fool, it feels like you are... Maybe this is somebody with whom initially you were afraid to take that leap of faith with. You were afraid to kind of leap forward into the unknown. And I feel that's why with this Two of Pentacles, you didn't make that decision. With the Three of Pentacles, I feel like you might have set a ground rules, or you might have not expressed fully, how you really feel about that person. And it feels that there's something that passed you by. And I feel like, you feel it within yourself too. Sometimes, especially in the quiet moments, or maybe even when you're at work, when you're busy doing something, in the moments when you least expect it, what I'm kind of hearing as well, you've got glimpses of a certain person, of a certain energy. 2, 2, 2, 2. Not 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 3 times 2. 6. So yeah, with this energy, there's some kind of a lover that you would like to have a new beginning with. It feels like initially... Or maybe for a lot of you, it could be somebody from your workplace. That's why you had to keep a certain distance. That's why you didn't want to, with this Two of Pentacles, you didn't want to jump into it. But there was some sort of a sweetheart energy between the two of you. There is something about that. But also, with the Queen of Swords, the Temperance, and this Five of Cups in here, so I feel that you choosing peace, because I feel like there's something to do with this connection, maybe having potential to cause some sort of big changes in your life, or to cause some sort of disturbance that you didn't want to have. So yeah, this workplace environment kind of is a really good example of it. But it didn't have to be. It could be something on notes of you've met somebody who is your ex-boyfriend's friend, some kind of weird entanglement is going on in here. But it feels like, with this Queen of Swords, you cut it off, but there is a regret about it. There is a big regret about it. And with this Page of Swords and the Strength on the bottom, oh, I'm noticing Seven of Swords as well, and there's a Page of Cups. So I feel with this, it cost you a lot of strength to kind of hide feelings from this person. With this setting here, Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, so we might be speaking here about a couple, a connection of two people with significant age gap maybe. You might be an older person, or they might be an older person, take it how it resonates, but there is definitely something about differences, and an age gap might be the one of those as well. But it doesn't have to be. It might be different cultural differences, or you might be on different levels. There's something about not being 100% on the same path, or on the same understanding, or maybe there's some kind of blockages that stood in the way, which I feel this employee boss type of situation could be a case for some of you. So it feels like it would have to cost you a lot of courage, and for you to kind of take your defenses down, for you to expose yourself in some kind of a way which I feel you are not very comfortable with doing, or you weren't comfortable with doing at that time. Is there anything else? Chariot, Empress, Two of Cups. And the Wheel of Fortune. I was just about to say that I do have that feeling of something coming back around in here too, with Chariot and this Wheel of Fortune. And I feel it has a lot to do with that soulmate connection of yours. Having Empress as well. So it feels like, I have a feeling this might refer, if you are, yeah, so if you are the feminine in the set connection in here, so I feel like, you know, you are going through some kind of a glow up, you like, you know, getting your life really on track, you don't sort of chase anymore, like, you know, you're very honest as well. So yeah, that Queen of Swords that came out, so that might be you, and maybe you as well, because of your honesty and your big glow up and your big energy, you know, you might have in some way intimidated the person in question in here. We'll get some more cards on that person as well. But yeah, with this Two of Cups, it does feel like a soulmate connection. Four of Cups on the bottom. And I did ask sort of about the person. So this is somebody who maybe, like, you know, in a given moment didn't sort of appreciate, or maybe not so much appreciate, that's not the right word. Haven't noticed. Yeah, like obviously on this card, like, you know, he's too busy looking at these cups and he's not seeing the one being handed in from the, you know, from the divine. So I feel like this is the energy, and I feel this speaks of that person that, you know, that initially they didn't notice you. They didn't notice, not so much notice, but they didn't kind of fully acknowledge what's right in front of them. And it feels like it's swept past them. It feels like, you know, you didn't want to hang around. I was just about to say, you didn't want to hang around and wait for God knows what. Like, you know, it feels that you only work with energy that's reciprocal now. You know, you don't sell yourself short anymore. You don't, like I said, chase. And I feel this is this situation in here. So I feel like we might be speaking here about a masculine as well, who, it's not like, you know, they were not interested in you, but there's this intimidation coming from somebody who might be naturally just very shy or very unsure of themselves, but there's a Lovers card. But I feel like, you know, there was some sort of deeper recognition and probably attraction that the both of you felt towards each other. Can we get more about, yeah, Knight of Wands? So we might be speaking here about somebody who is, yeah, Knight of Wands can be energy of a person who is very passionate, very fun, but also likes to move from place to place. This is a person that doesn't really like to settle down. So you might have been dealing with that kind of person. But then yet again, Queen of Pentacles, you are very secure in your own energy, and you know what you want as well, what's coming through, and you would not entertain somebody who is not coming in, like, you know, 100% correct. But there's a Hierophant. So I feel this person might have some higher commitment on their mind with you. There's a Three of Swords on the bottom. So there's been some sort of heartbreak, and I feel it might refer, and yeah, the Moon. So it might refer to them not sort of fully expressing how they felt, and I feel like, you know, they're feeling the weight of that heartbreak now, and they're really pissed off with themselves. But oh, well, yeah, after that Moon, we also had this Knight of Swords. So I feel like the illusions are dropping. I feel like this person is finally sort of seeing the truth of you, of this connection, what they've done wrong. And I feel like there's this big energy of wanting to make things right. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, which in this sense is my apology card. So somebody here has something to say sorry for. Probably for this coldness, you're looking at that Moon, for this withdrawal. I feel like they will come back in. You're looking at this Wheel of Fortune. They will come back in. They're going through some sort of awakening, and there's an Eight of Cups on the bottom. So they're walking away. They're walking away from something here. So they might have been hanged up, or they might have not fully worked through past energies when they met you. And that's what caused this limbo and this indecisiveness in them. For some reason, I want to grab the What's the Tea. I'm trying to kind of work a little bit more with this deck. I find it interesting, but sometimes it confuses me a little bit. But I would like to, for some reason, I felt called to grab it. Could we get a little bit more? And I feel like it's about that masculine. Could we get a little bit more about that masculine priest spirit in the terms of, like, you know, what the plans they've got? Why did they run away? Are they sorting their fucking ass out? Cyberbully. I feel this refers when, yeah, because I'm few times I work with this deck. So I feel this refers to somebody who is stalking you online, somebody who doesn't come forward or speaks to you, but somebody who watches, like, you know, you heavily, or, you know, is in some way, like, you know, keeping tabs on you if you are not online. Like, you know, there's some kind of like stalking vibe going on. There's a love triangle card. So I feel this might refer to whatever this person found themselves stuck in. There's like, you know, third party energy with this card. Thorn between two. Yeah, that might be this Two of Pentacles. Fake accounts. Yeah, so this coming back to this cyberbullying. So this is somebody who is still spying on you. And also with this love triangle, what I feel, it might refer to them thinking that you have options as well, or you are involved with somebody else. Because maybe you've, yeah, there's a moving on card. So it might feel like, you know, you might have withdrawn your energy from them. You might have stopped giving them any attention. And they might have started feeling you pulling away. Same shit, different day. This is them. They are stuck in a route. It feels like, you know, every day is the same. Photo proof. Caught a case. Reflecting. I feel like, yeah, very strange energy, but I feel like, you know, photo proof. So I feel this might refer to them in some way discovering something in regards to this other connection that might have stood in a way. Yeah, looking at this love triangle again. Caught a case. So I feel like they got burned. Like, you know, this is maybe not an actual, well, although somebody might have caught a fucking STD here, like, not impossible. But I feel like there is something on the notes of them realizing what happened, realizing that the other energy was toxic, that the other energy, like, infected them, like, you know, maybe not necessarily with some, you know, bacteria, but more like energetic bacteria, in a sense, like, you know, they injected a lot of poison into them. And I feel like, you know, yeah, there's also this saying here, too late for sorry, regret. So I feel like, you know, they in this reflective energy at the moment, thinking that, you know, like, shit, what have I done? Fake flexing is coming out. So this might refer to somebody who, I feel with this one, what kind of strongly came through. It's not just them. I don't think they have necessarily, you know, money problems. But this is more in a sense of like fake flexing, that, you know, in a sense of, oh, everything's fine in my life. Oh, I'm great. Like, I'm doing fine. You know, I'm doing good. Where in fact, they're a little bit, yeah, they're a little bit bored and beaten down. And yeah, in this reflecting energy. Hustling thief. So I feel like, you know, this is them running away into work and trying not to sort of think of the fact that you did. I feel like, you know, this is a big energy of like, you know, you stole their heart. There's an obsessive lover on the bottom of that deck. There's a haunted. So I feel this refers to your memories, flashbacks, you know, can't let you go. So I feel like, you know, you do haunt them. And I feel like right now that everything's gone quiet, and possibly when you've pulled your energy away, now they feel this disconnect, and they finally sitting in that reflective reflection kind of state, where they're thinking about, you know, what really happened, what should have they done different, what should have they said. Let me just shuffle one last time. I don't know, I just want to shuffle one last time and we're gonna finish it. Yeah, but they still holding on to you. So that's why you might occasionally still feel them pulling on you. You still might feel them in your energy. But yeah, there's a card of moving. So they might be either, I feel this might refer, kissing ass. I love that card. So I feel in a big part, it might refer to person watching this. Like, you know, you might be in a process of moving on. You might be in a process of, yeah, like literally, it feels like for some of you, you know, they will come back around to what the fact of what it was and what could have really happened, and they're going to be full of that regret. And I feel like, you know, a big part of you, my collective, you might have already, you know, asked them to literally kiss your ass and you moved on. You might be even literally moving a place, you know, you might start a new life, so you don't necessarily want to bother yourself with going back to this. But for some of you though, I do feel that if big part of you, of my collective, you know, you're still holding on to some kind of hope in here. You still haven't like fully let them go. But I feel what you really kind of need to do if you want to feel whether they're going to take any action or not. Yeah, split into an offer. You have to. Best thing to do. Sorry, I've got fucking hay fever. It's horrible this year. The moment you pull your energy back and the moment you stop kind of, you know, you can always in a big way, whenever you feel them in your energy and you feel like, you know, it's driving you crazy and, you know, you just don't know, you might have even thoughts of like wanting to reach out and wanting to sort it out yourself and wanting to kind of take some action. But I feel in this situation here with this energy, you know, you might be dealing with somebody with whom the more you want it, the more they're gonna be running away from it out of fear. But the moment you kind of take back that energy and you start doing your own thing and you start investing into your own happiness and actually genuinely being happy and living in the moment. So I feel when this happens, they might feel that true disconnect, and that's when they're going to kind of realize that, oh shit, it's about time I've done something. So for some of you, they might be right on time, and for some of you, they might be fucking too late. It's going to be different for everybody because that's a collective message. But yeah, this is this energy of something still tugging on you, somebody still being on your mind and in your heart. And it feels like a lot of you guys in this collective, you gave you a lot of your energy to this person with receiving very little in return. So what are you gonna do and how are you gonna handle this? Which I feel in both cases the best thing is to do, even if you do love them, even if you do like secretly hope for them to come back, just let them go. Let them go, send them your love from the distance, call your energy back into yourself, wish them healing, and see what happens. Right, okay, love you, bye.